Hello, my name is Cameron Waterman and I am Aphantasia. So basically, throughout my everyday life, I work as a IT website designer and programmer. And when working with clients for their first basis, just trying to get the ideas in my mind of what they want for their product, I'm basically having to take notes and basically have a very long conversation with them about exactly what they want because I'm not actually able to get the idea in my head and visualize it unless I draw it out. So I take a lot of notes. And essentially, I had to base it off a lot of real world scenarios. So if I'm wanting to work with a product design, I have to actually get physical products or I have to get similar ideas of the product before I'm able to work with anything. And essentially, that makes it very hard to do basic mockups. And because of that, I have to basically just draw it out on a piece of paper or do a web mockup and see how the customer reacts to it. So my first experience was actually one that really stands out to me because when I first heard about Aphantasia, I went and talked to mum about it. Closest parent that I have, closest person that I have I could talk about it with. So I went to talk to her about it and asked her a question. So you know how you're like able to visualize things and like yeah. So like when things are described to you, you're able to visualize. And it's like, no, what do you mean? I was expecting I was expecting more emphatic answer, like, "Oh yeah, I know exactly what you mean." Just like it just doesn't take any effort. It just happens, and that's it. But I had the complete opposite effect. When I asked her about it, she was like, "Oh no, like what do you mean?" So I found out in that time that she also has aphantasia, and she didn't even know what it was because it's only a brand new term. So essentially, that is kind of like one of the first things that stood out to me was how unknown it is, even though it's a brand new thing. Not many people talk about it. Not many people know about this condition that happens with the mind. And so I'm kind of just trying to spread awareness of it. So I've been talking to more people about it and realized that yes, this is indeed something that actually happens. People can visualize, and therefore it is something that's affecting a lot of people. We don't know how many people though. So I've never been formally diagnosed for this, just because I don't know anyone that would be able to do this. Maybe a therapist, I'm not sure. But basically, just on self-diagnosis has had really positive impact because in the past I've been able to hear stories of people that will describe stories and describe all these things and like read books, and I would be like, I don't see the use in this. I don't see how you're able to read this book and get dived into this world. And I realized that that was due to the fact that Fantasia that was kind of taking away some aspect of that book, some aspect of that story that I'm not able to experience. And I thought it was just something to do with my mind, and it is. It's not my fault, it's something that's uncontrollable. And I wasn't sure what it was, but I knew there was something there. And just having that self diagnosis and just knowing about what it is has really just helped me nail down on that. But I think the most highest, biggest misconception about it is like, in my eyes, I don't really see misconceptions, but like, I've heard a few people talk about it in a very negative way, saying like, "Oh, it's not real," or like, "You're just making it up for attention, trying to get special treatment, whatever." No, this is probably the worst way you could interact with someone that is opening themselves up and just like trying to explain something to you. Aphantasia is a big thing that affects a lot of people, but the scary part is we don't actually know how many are actually affected because not many people know they exist in the first place. So how would they even know they're affected by something that doesn't exist? In their mind, it might not exist because they don't know about it yet. So I'm just trying to spread more awareness about it